What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Duran Duran. And we're going to listen to another B-side from one of their singles from their debut album, so 1981. I did want to apologize or begin with a sort of mea culpa for failing to remember in the moment that Fame was a David Bowie cover. A few of you did mention this to me in advance. You know, I'm trying to react to a lot of things, and even though I try to do my best to keep everything in mind, my short-term memory is suspect, so yeah, it had just slipped away from my mind when I started that video that it was actually a cover. So I was thinking about it in relation to other Duran lyrics, but obviously, you know, they were lyrics that were inherited. So yeah, I feel bad, but again, I should say that, you know, my short-term memory, it is a bit dodgy, so unfortunately, it's probably not the last time that's going to happen. I will try my best to be diligent. I will try to remember the sort of context and, you know, pre-reaction information people have given me, but again, it may happen again, so let me apologize for forgetting that aspect about Fame and for any future misunderstandings about a tune that may happen. In any case, we're back, as I said, for another B-side from a single from their opening album. The single in question is Girls on Film, which I believe is the opening track of the album, if I'm remembering that correctly. And the B-side to this single, make sure I got it right, is, yes, Faster Than Light. So we're talking superluminal, we're talking things that, you know, in a strict, like, physical sense, it's not really possible unless, you know, you move the sort of goalpost of how we now understand the sort of physics and chemistry of the universe. Now, again, prior understandings have been superseded by later and more nuanced and perhaps even paradigm-shattering understandings. But as we currently understand it, no physical entity, no baryonic matter can move faster than light. But that doesn't mean that you can't use faster than light in a metaphor, in the sense that, you know, something that causes instant sort of emotional impact across a large group of people, you know, in a sort of at least figurative sense, it can be said to move faster than light because no one needs to see anything further or hear anything. It's like the impact of whatever has happened will then manifest on the inside of people's, you know, minds and bodies and so on. So yeah, there, as a metaphor, as a figurative expression to indicate the immediate drastic impact of something, you could use that phrase and I think it would be genuine. But yeah, on a physical level, it's not really possible. So it does make me wonder whether we're dealing with something that is in the realm of fantasy or that is sort of reality plus. But at the same time, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be a violation of, let's say, the sort of physical constraints and regularities of the universe. It could just be an expression that is representative of, let's say, interpersonal matters. That, you know, it could come across in a way that has nothing to do with, like, physics or chemistry or, you know, cosmology, anything like that. But as someone who is interested in those things, when I see Faster Than Light, or FTL as it's used, or anachronymized, or acronymized in sci-fi literature, but yeah, I wonder if it'll be a more, let's say, like, technical usage of the phrase, and then again maybe ironic, maybe figurative or metaphorical, or whether it'll just be on like a different sort of scale or scope of existence where it's not really about the science of the phrase, say it's more about, again, say maybe the emotion or the interpersonal connection. So we'll see. Let's get to it. This is Duran Duran, a single or a B-side from the Girls on Film single, and the tune is called Faster Than Light. Oh, that guitar reminds me a little bit of the beginning of Careless Memories.
Moving in the air.
That little vocal flare. And the drumming. There's like crazy little fills and like rolls. And the bass playing as always. And now the synth. It's like literally in time, like everything stood out. Like, now we just need like a guitar solo and it'll be like, alright, so literally every part of the group amazed me at one point throughout the song. Has that kind of synth rock feel as much as anything else. I like that ending too. Yeah, it's a cool tune. And again, it is making me think, you know, the more I now begin to hear some of the material that was made at the same time as their debut album, but which wasn't on the album proper. Yeah, this phase, it does seem like, you know, like synth pop, sure, but synth rock feels like as appropriate a label as anything else. Certainly a few of their tunes, you know, Careless Memories is the one that really hit me in that way at first, but Late Bar kind of had that feel, this track had that feel, so obviously, like, you know, they, at the beginning of their career, yeah, they were making great synth sounds, but they were also, you know, they were capable of rocking and, you know, have a bit of energy, a bit of pace, a bit of that sort of new wave post-punk kind of flavor. So yeah, I mean, I knew that having gone through the first album itself, but yeah, having gone through a few of these singles, it feels like, you know, that was even more the case than I realized. So yeah, big ups to that sound that they sort of were crafting in the very earliest days. And yeah, let me know what you think of the tune. Hopefully I didn't get this one wrong. Hopefully this isn't another cover that I'm not remembering that someone said. But yeah, like I said, I'll do my best to try to keep all the information in front of me. I'm going to try to go through the singles in the order that Philip has put them in the archive that I've been accessing, and as far as I can tell, it really is chronological. So basically we're going to do sort of what I've been doing with the albums, but with these B-sides on the singles. Basically I'm going to try to go through from, you know, their earliest single B-sides, like, you know, on through the decades, on through the albums. So yeah, it'll be more chronological perhaps than I went through the albums. And I do know I have at least one regular tune, I think, left on Thank You, and maybe like one or two bonus tunes. I'm not sure. But basically I don't think I'm done with that album. I haven't you know, made that mistake, or I am aware that I still have a little bit to finish off there. But yeah, lots of singles to go, and as I said, I think I'm going to do it in chronological order. Do let me know what you think of this tune. I will see you next time. Peace.